Tottenham Talk. So if you're new to my channel and you've never seen my videos before until now, please hit that subscribe button, smash a like, have your say in the comments section. It'll be very much appreciated. So let's crack on with it. Obviously, transfers every season, every year we hear the same old, linked with such and such and so. And does it pay off? 9 times out of 10, it doesn't really pay off. In my opinion, anyway, it doesn't really pay off. We've been linked with Eberechi Eze for, well, from what I can remember, since last season. And did we get him over the line? No. Obviously, Palace didn't want to let him go. But this season, for some reason, this season coming up, they're willing to let Eze leave very, very easily. They're offering 3 installments of 20 mil. I find that very, very weird. But, you know, it is what it is. And the likes of Daniel Levy have to take advantage of that. They have to go all out and get Eze. I've been wanting that guy for a good couple of years now. I remember seeing Eze, obviously, when he was back at Crystal Palace, before Crystal Palace, QPR. Phenomenal player. And he's got so much potential. And I truly feel that Thomas Frank can get a lot more out of him if we was to get him. But you know, with Levy in charge, you never know what we're gonna get. You just never know. You just never know. So obviously players linked with a Tottenham move. Obviously Brian Mbeumo, he's heavily linked now with Man United. For me, you know, I've said this in one of my last live streams. Why the hell would you want to move to Man United? For one, no European football. Number 2, they are well and truly in the mud. Okay, yeah, some people might say Tottenham are in the mud from last season, but, you know, we got a little something from last season. A European trophy, Europa League, our first silverware in 17 years, our first European trophy in 41 years. So, you know, okay, yeah, money talks. Money talks when United are coming in to talk in terms with Brian Mbeumo, but surely they can't afford him. Surely, you know, like I said, for United, they're in the mud. Money must be pissing down a drain because, again, no European football, you know. And not only that, for Brian Mbeumo to come to Tottenham, yes, Champions League football, but number 2, he's got his manager again, who, in my opinion, I see he's got a really good partnership with Thomas the Frank Engine. But like I said, it's looking more likely now that Brian Mbeumo will be joining Man United. And if that's the case, then it's such a shame, man. It is such a shame. But, you know, it is what it is, and that's football. Another player, Xavi Simons. Can we really see this young kid joining Tottenham? I can't see it happening. He's what? Early 20s, 21, 22, roughly. Playing for, at the moment, RB Leipzig. I can't see Xavi Simons joining Tottenham, in my opinion. Obviously, the next player I've got written down is Eze. I'd love to see Eze. I'd love to see Eze. Like I said earlier, since not last season, I'm going to say a good couple of years, you know, I've wanted Eze at Tottenham. Hopefully this season is where we finally get a decent quality player. Because from what I'm hearing in the pipeline, Thomas Frank is looking at Eze as one of the top signings for this season. I just hope it pulls off. Guys have just joined. Please hit that subscribe button. Have your say in the comment section. I'm seeing comments roll up, but I'm currently doing this live stream on my phone, so bear with me. So I'm having to look at the iPad as well for the comments as they're rolling through. Obviously, another player coming in, well, potentially coming in, I should have said, is Bournemouth Semenyo. He had a very, very good season with Bournemouth last season. Guys, in the comment section, hit me up. Would you like to see Semenyo join Tottenham? You might laugh at this one. I know he's been linked with us. And again, it's rumours. Jack Grealish. I'd love to see Jack Grealish in a Spurs shirt. I feel he would work very, very well under Thomas Frank. But joining Tottenham, wages talk. And I've said again in my past videos, the only way Jack Grealish is going to get football is if he goes out on loan from Man City, because who is actually going to afford Jack Grealish and his wages, unless Jack is very, very willing to drop wages. I can't really see it. I can't really see it somehow. But again, we will see. Another one, and this kid left, I'm going to say, got to be about 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago. Kyle Walker-Peters, he's linked with a move back to Tottenham from Southampton. Obviously, Southampton released him, which I find a bit very, very strange. Surely they'd would want to keep him. He's an all right player. I'm not going to say he's very good. He's all right. He's all right. But to leave Southampton, man, Kyle Walker-Peters would absolutely tear it apart in the Championship. So yeah, like I said, we're linked with Kyle Walker-Peters, so we will see what happens there. Another young kid that left Tottenham, I'm going to say more than a few years ago, is Dennis Kirkin from Sunderland. Again, he had a fantastic season with Sunderland. Obviously now they're in the Premier League. Now I know we are Tottenham TV guys. They put a poll out on Twitter, or X is it called now, and it was basically stating, who would you rather have, Kyle Walker-Peters or Dennis Kirkin, if you could choose one? In my opinion, I would go for Dennis Kirkin. For one, he's early 20s. Kyle Walker-Peters is 28, 29. I think he's 28. So age is a massive difference there. So Dennis Kirkin, yeah, early 20s, and there's a lot more there to show, with what Dennis Kirkin has got. So if I had to pick one, Dennis Kirkin for me over Kyle Walker-Peters. Another one is obviously this news broke about 3 nights ago now. Kota Taeki, I think I pronounced his name right. Centre back, plays for Japan. Young kid, only 20, 21, 20. I think he's 20. Massive potential again under Thomas Frank. I truly feel that with Frank, compared to Ange Postecoglou, for the big one, we all know Ange had one system only. High line, pace. And that's where the injuries come in. We had so many freaking injuries last season, and that's for the big one. That's what I point it down to. High line, pace. That's it. Obviously, teams work this out straight away. In the end, But going back to this young Japanese kid, a lot of people are saying, why are we going for this young kid when we should be going for quality like Eze, or if we're going to go for a centre back, we're quickly thinking now from the top of my head, basically someone who's been there, seen it, done it, played at the top, the Champions League, if you like. We should be getting people like that. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Of course, we should be going for high people, quality people. People that have been there, done it, worn the t-shirt, come in, get a job done. Instead of getting young kids that have got no experience in Champions League football, etc. But from don't get it wrong. I've not seen a lot of this young kid, only from what I've seen on social media. So I'm not going to judge. What's that saying? Never judge a book by its cover. I'm not going to judge until I see this kid play. But like I said, from the little video clips I've seen on YouTube, Instagram, you name it, blah 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 blah. There's a lot there. There is a lot there. So again, like I said, working with Thomas Frank, I feel he can get a lot more out of this young kid and really build this kid up. So it would be interesting. And obviously, Cristian Romero has been heavily linked with Atletico Madrid. Again, rumour has it that he's been having big discussions with their manager, Simeone. So we will see. It's going to be a massive loss if we lose Cristian Romero, because, again, in my opinion, Romero has built such a brilliant partnership with Mickey van der Ven, and we've not had a brilliant partnership since the days of Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld. So, like I said, it'd be a massive loss if Romero does leave us. But fingers crossed he does stick with us, because he wanted Champions League football, and we've got it. We've got it this season coming. Another player we was linked with, but obviously he looks like he's joining Arsenal now, and it's a strange move for them. Is Christian Norgard of Brentford. Brentford are being ripped apart right now. Obviously they've lost their manager, and Burmo looks like he's leaving. Now Norgard, etc. It's not looking pretty for Brentford. Another one is West Ham's Kudus, a winger. Not too sure about him. I know there was that one particular game where I'm sure it was against Tottenham. He put in some nasty challenge in, and then obviously got sent off straight away, straight red. But nah, not for me. Another one, I think this news broke yesterday. Again, it's rumours on social media. Is Jonathan David from Lille. Now in my opinion, we need a striker. We need another striker. We can't just keep relying on Solanke like we did with Harry Kane. Obviously, Kane was banging in goals left, right, and centre, but tiredness coming to play. There was lots of times where Harry Kane should have been rested, and it wasn't, because we didn't have that backup. Obviously, some people might say, yeah, we got Richarlison, but it's not enough. It's not enough, man. It's not enough. I feel that Richarlison, he's had his time. He's done his time. It's time to move on now. Obviously, again, from what I'm hearing, he's heavily linked with a move back to Everton. So if that happens, then so be it. Because I thought Richarlison, it was okay. It was okay, but then he had a very, very good game back in the Europa League final in Bilbao. It's Man United. He had a very, very good final, but he's not consistent enough. And for me, I feel he's too injury prone, too many injuries, and we can't have that. So Jonathan David, I can't comment. I've not seen a lot. I know he banged in quite a few goals, in the Champions League. But other than that, I can't really comment a lot. I'm just gonna have a look. See what comments we got here. I wonder about Frank's pull up on Mbeumo. Yeah, but like I said, Brian Mbeumo, I'd love to see him at Tottenham. He banged in 20 goals for Brentford last season. 20 goals we could do with. Obviously Harry Kane was doing that for Tottenham until he left us to join Bayern Munich. We lost so many goals in Ange Postecoglou's first season, but to finish fifth, very, very good. Obviously, last season, totally piss poor in the Premier League last season, 22 league defeats. Obviously, we got a trophy in the end, and it saved our bacon in the end. But to get in Burmo, at Tottenham, 20 plus goals in the Premier League, that would be lovely. And not only that, he gets to work under Frank, and he knows Frank inside out. But it's looking more likely now that he's going to join Man United. So we will see on that one. Another comment from the same person. It doesn't seem to be there. Yeah. The Hotspur Hood. Carl Walker-Peters, a bit more experience, covers a few things. Still need first team players. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's got obviously he's got loads of experience as well. Don't get it twisted. Good player, but like I said, going back to the poll that We Are Tottenham TV, big up Sim and Ben, by the way. They put a poll up on Twitter. Who would you rather have? And I think it was pretty much 50-50. It was very close anyway, the poll. Obviously, I went with Dennis Kirkin. And I feel, obviously, for the big one, the age. Carl Walker-Peters is 28. Kirkin's only 20, 21, 22. Again, don't get me wrong, both very, very good players. But if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to go for Dennis Kirkin in that one. Hotspur Hood again, but people still big. What do you mean by that? Don't quite mean what you mean by that one. But people still big up. Is that big up? So something about Archie Gray. Now, if you're dissing Archie Gray, come on, man. Honestly, love Archie Gray. Same person, Hotspur Hood. Sell him, overrated. Always injured partnership. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Romero ain't worth 70 mil, 50 mil. I'd sell him. You would sell you? No way. You would sell Romero for 50? No. He's one of. Come on, man. He's one of the top centre backs in the Premier League. No, it's worth more than that. Like, come on. If Brian Mbeumo's worth, I'm hearing he's actually worth 70 mil. Because obviously United put in the first bid, if I remember rightly, was about 50, 55. Obviously Brentford declined it and wanted more, and then I think they put in a second offer, 60, or they was going to roughly. So, you know, we will see. I'm just quickly having a look at the other comments. Someone's mentioned Jarrod Bowen. A bit left field. I would love Jarrod Bowen, father-in-law. Yeah, Jarrod Bowen. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, going back to West Ham. If I'm going to pick a player from West Ham, Kudus or Bowen, yeah, Jarrod Bowen all day, definitely. 60 mil was fair. 50 is cheap. Yeah, 60 mil definitely. Hotspur Hood again, mate. I need to get you on my show. Debate this. Yeah, definitely. Get me on, guys. If you've just joined my channel, please hit that subscribe button, smash a like, and yeah, have your say in the comment section, please. I'd be very much appreciated. Please, obviously, before I crack on with the rest of the stream, I'm up for a nomination for best live streams and watch-alongs. Please vote for me. Link in description. I'd be very much appreciated. I think the voting actually closes tomorrow. So yeah, please. Another comment here. How do I contact you? You got Instagram? If you want Instagram, add me on Instagram. Flicks__1. I'm on there. Yeah. Hit me up if you've got Instagram. So obviously, players linked with a move away from Tottenham. Obviously, the big one, Heung-min Son. I've said in my past videos, etc. I will be absolutely devastated when that day comes that Heung-min Son leaves Tottenham. You know, he's been with us through thick and thin. Very, very loyal servant. He could have left when Harry Kane left, or even before that, but he didn't. He stuck with us. He come to Tottenham to do what he wanted to do, and he achieved. And it's looking more likely now, even though it's not confirmed, and it's not going to be confirmed until after the tour of South Korea, Asia anyway. I know they're going around Asia. So, you know, it's not actually confirmed yet, but we can all say, look, Sonny's done. Sonny's days are done at Tottenham. Leave on a high. Like I said, he come to Tottenham to do what he wanted to do. He finally achieved that. You know, it's time to go now. But where would Sonny actually leave to go to? You know, a lot of people would say go back to Germany. It ain't gonna happen. He won't go back to Bayer Leverkusen or Hamburg where he first started off. So that's a no. Saudi Arabia, I can't see Son wanting to go out there. Obviously, money talks at the end of the day, but Sonny being Sonny, I can't see him going to Saudi. I've also been hearing that he could go to the MLS out in America. I know I'm trying to think of players out there. Obviously, Hugo Lloris is out there. Giroud. Obviously, a big player, Messi's out there. So maybe, but again, can you see it? I don't really know. I'm not too sure on that one. But, you know, like going back to him being at Tottenham and leaving Tottenham, I know that day will come, and it probably will come very, very soon. But it's going to break my heart. It will break my heart, and I can't be the only one thinking that, you know. This guy deserves a freaking statue, you know. It's about time we put a freaking protest on, you know. Moneybags Levy, you know. pull pull some money out your ass and actually do something for him and for us, because this guy deserves it, man. You know, he's, like I said, he's been with us through thick and thin, and he deserves it. You know, obviously other players linked with a move away from Spurs is Christian Romero. Again, it's going to hurt me because, you know, good player, very good player. Another player linked with a move is Radu Jaguzin alongside Vicario, both been linked with a move to AC Milan. It's interesting there. Would it be a loss? Would it be a loss to see Jaguzin go and Vicario? If you're going to ask me, would it be a loss? I'm going to say Vicario. See, for me, with Vicario, don't get it wrong. Very good keeper. But again, I actually might put this a lot more down to Ange. You know, set pieces. I think we was one of the highest teams last season that conceded so many goals through set pieces. And you know, I have to blame Ange on that one. Have to blame it on Ange. You know, obviously with the injuries as well. And again, I feel that Vicario would be a lot more comfortable working with Thomas Frank. Obviously, tactics talk, and you know, there's definitely going to be no freaking high line with Thomas Frank. Definitely. But if Vicario was to leave, we've still got a top quality keeper there in Kinski, but we still need that extra backup keeper. I know we got Brendan Austin there who actually come in and done a very good job last season when he stepped in. So if Vicario did leave, I can't really see it. But if he did leave, obviously we've got Kinski there, Austin. But you know, in my opinion, we do need that. We do need that other keeper in, because obviously Fraser Forster was released alongside Alfie Whiteman. That they went pretty much a couple of days after the season finished. Obviously Basuma's a funny one. You know, would it be a loss? I'm gonna say it would be a loss. You know, first part of the season, total shite. It's like I'm scratching my head thinking this is not the player we bought from Brighton. You know, second half of the season roughly, especially in Europa, he worked his freaking socks off in Europa. It's totally different. So for me, I'd keep hold of Basuma for another season. Obviously, Richarlison heavily linked with a move back to Everton. So we will see. I'm just going to have a quick scroll on the comments before I move on. Where do I get to? Somewhere in New Black. Yeah. see. Yeah, because obviously that was released. That was released late this morning, roughly. It's the away kit, isn't it? The black. I'm sure it's the away one. Yeah, these were probably done fucking months ago. They surely have to, yeah, they must have been done months ago. So yeah, somewhere in the new black shirt suggests he's staying. So you saying that, yeah, suggest that the Son's staying. They've done that with Harry Kane. With the new shirt. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he's gonna stay. Even when I saw it, I was gassed. Yeah, this guy's staying. He ain't going to freaking Bayern Munich. A couple of days later, gone. That was literally a day or two before the Premier League started. Gone. So this was done a month or two ago, I feel anyway. Another comment here. If Son does go, who's our next captain? Has to be Romero. Has to be Christian Romero. Or saying that, James Maddison, obviously both vice captains. So it'd be an interesting one there. Obviously, Thomas Frank comes in now. He's gonna have a few adjustments. So it's gonna be a massive toss up between Christian Romero if he stays and James Maddison. I feel. Vice captains. Who would you actually have for vice captain? Mickey van der Ven. Why not? Who else could you have? Hit us up in the comments on that one. Oh, someone's here. Italy could work for him. Maybe. Obviously, and I just hit my brain. Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce. Obviously, Heung-min Son was linked with Fenerbahce as well. How true that is, I do not know. You call Son a captain, has been a good player, but not a good captain. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Big up all, smash the likes. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Guys, if you've just joined, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, please. Guys, I've only got 5 more minutes before I've got to go, but yeah, I appreciate you guys joining. Pure COYS. Yeah, man, I'm Tottenham through and through. My dad was born and bred in Tottenham, so thanks to him, I'm Lily White. So big up. What else we got here? Didn't ask if he was a good captain. I asked who replaces him. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, like I said, you know, it all boils down to if Romero stays, then it's in my opinion, it's going to be a massive toss up between Romero and Maddison. But we will see. You know, like I said, we got Thomas Frank in now. He's going to move things around definitely. And I just hope at the end of the day, I just hope Daniel Levy gives Frank what he wants, because we've been saying this for many years, going back to the Pochettino days. He took that team as far as he could, got that team to a Champions League final, you know, and after that, that's when he should have been backed. And was he backed? No. Some people again might say, well, yeah, 400 mil was spent, blah 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 blah. But the thing is, Levy looks at freaking bargains. You know what I mean? It's like this guy goes to shop at fucking Aldi's, gets you all right average players. But you know, don't get me wrong. He you know, Levy got the likes of Romero in, very good player. Johnson's very hit and miss. Even though I love the song, by the way. Obviously Mickey van der Ven, a very good player. You know, an absolute bargain to snap him up. Obviously Liverpool linked with him as well. I can't see Liverpool. Liverpool want everyone right now. They're taking the absolute piss. You know what I mean? Arne Slot is taking the piss right now. He's going out left, right, and centre and buying everyone. You know, this is what Levy should be doing. But going back to Levy, he's all about spending the money, but he gets bargains in. Like, he likes to pay low wages, you know, and it can't be like that. It's like it baffles me. Going back to obviously winning Europa, there's money in that, and then there's obviously extra bonuses on top of that for getting into the Champions League. So where is that money going? Obviously, Thomas Frank was had to be paid. Brentford had to be paid to get Thomas Frank in. We're talking 10 mil plus add-ons. So, you know, with all the backroom staff that he brought along with him, we're probably talking about 20 mil. So that's 20 mil gone there and then. But surely there's money stored away somewhere, you know, where Levy's just so freaking tight, he can't let that go. He can't build a team up now. You know, he has the cheek to say, you know, Levy has the cheek to say, you know, when he had, was it last week when he had that interview, you know, we I want to see Tottenham win the Premier League. I want to see Tottenham win the Champions League. I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck is this guy on about? What is he on about? If you want to be winning a Premier League, Champions League, you got to be spending the big time. You know what I mean? Come on. I know we've got Champions League football now, and especially with the stadium. I've played at the stadium. It's fucking unreal, honestly. Absolutely unreal. And that should be inviting players wanting to join. You know what I mean? So, going back to Brian Burmo, would you rather choose United or Tottenham? It has to be Tottenham, surely. Just quickly scroll through the comments again. I still think Romero is going to leave. Apparently we are skint. Yeah. Going back to, I was going to mention that one actually. Apparently, where is it? I've got it written down here somewhere. Where did I have it written down? Yeah, I actually see this on Twitter, or X as it's called now. Daniel Levy, yeah. So this is coming from me, by the way. I see a tweet on Twitter. Cash flow is dangerously low. Now I've just said it. Obviously, we've won Europa, bonuses. Not only that, Levy's raking in so much money from the F1 go-karting, NFL concerts, the football, the merchandise, the tourists. So many tourists come through Sonny being at Tottenham. Where is all that money? Where's that money gone? Where is it going? Obviously, it's going in Levy's and Joe Lewis's back pockets. But come on, honestly, if Daniel Levy wants to actually see us being serious contenders, winning the Premier League when we're miles behind right now, miles behind Liverpool, you know what I mean? We've got the likes of Newcastle and Aston Villa now jumping ahead of us. You know, you've only got to look at last season. But yeah, you know, I'm just gonna have another quick look at the comments. What else we got there? Hotspur Hood is a quality player. Switched off until he come back. Okay. What else we got here? Hope so, mate. We need some proper quality. Yeah, we need quality, man. We need quality. I got another comment here. Can we start a GoFundMe page for Spurs? I love that one. Honestly. But yeah, like I said, Levy has to pull his fingers out his arse. You know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous right now. But you know, it's early days in this summer transfer window, and as we've known before in the past, Levy likes to leave it till the last knockings. You know what I mean? But you know, it's finally time now to seriously back a manager. Levy's gone through so many managers; it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's time now to start spending the money and seriously back a manager. You know, you've only got to look at when we had Jose Mourinho, serial winner. Was he backed? No. Conte, again, serial winner. Was he backed? No. Conte actually spoke up about the ownership, and because he spoke the truth about the ownership, he got shipped off. You know what I mean? Ange said through all last season, I think if I remember rightly, the season before that, his first season with us, I deliver silverware my second season. Even me, I'm like, nah, it's not going to happen, And he proved us wrong, but he should have been backed. I know a lot of people might say, well, yeah, we can't keep him for another season because we can't have another shit Premier League. But, you know, if you back a manager, anything can happen. But, you know, it is what it is now. We move on. We got Thomas Frank in gin. I just hope, for Thomas Frank's sake and as well as our sakes, that, you know, he gets the backing because he deserves it. You know, Liverpool making signings left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? It's 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Liverpool making signings left, right, and centre, and you know they are actually miles ahead of us. You know, they bought Bournemouth's what's his name? Kirkes. You know, Bournemouth are going to be in massive trouble this coming season. Kirkes is gone. Obviously they lost Solanke last season. Semedo's been linked, obviously, with a move away. Looks like he's hopefully that he could be coming to Tottenham. So that's another player they could potentially lose. Huijsen, is it, who joined Real Madrid? You know, another very good player gone. So that's two defenders, two first team starters for Bournemouth that have gone. You know what I mean? And Liverpool are going to rip it up again next season. Definitely. Just another quick scroll in the comments before I shoot off. Levy ain't changing. That's why Frank is good for our system. He can play with cards. Yes. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been so annoyed with Levy. I remember when I think I mentioned this before on one of my videos. I think it was one particular night after a Champions League defeat at the Lane, you know, and we are Tottenham TV. They interviewed me, and back then, I'm talking about 7, maybe 8 years ago, I actually called for the board, Levy, to sell up. Quite a few people are like eyeballing me, like, what the fuck is Flex on about? Why would he want Levy to go? Look at what he's got us. A brand new stadium, a fancy home compared to the old White Lane. I do miss the old lane, by the way. Training facilities, got some all right players. What more do you want? I'm thinking, what the hell, man? Come on, Levy's not there for the football club itself. He's yeah, okay. He's got us a fancy new home, and he has training facilities, some all right, decent players, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, and he actually proved it. He actually proved that. So yeah, man. But yeah, that's enough from me because I've got to shoot. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, smash the like, and yeah, keep your notifications on for future videos. But yeah, that's enough from me, guys. Take it easy.